Hello, little spooks.
I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Lexi. Welcome to the Guarded by Demons podcast, where we discuss all things horror.
Happy November, everyone. Today we sat down and watched 1979's Alien.
By Ridley Scott.
Yes. So was this the first time you watched this movie?
Yeah, I'd seen bits and pieces here and there. But not the whole thing. There was a lot more empty space in this movie than I thought there was going to be. No pun intended, but...
Oh yeah, definitely there is. It's a big silent movie with a lot of the ending being the most action heavy.
Yeah, like there wasn't even like a whole lot of music or anything.
No.
Which I thought was surprising, honestly.
I mean, I thought it was a good choice because space.
True. Oh, excuse me. Makes it more dramatic.
Yeah.
In a way.
It does.
Spooking.
The first time I watched this was with my uncle. And my uncle made me marathon the whole entire Alien series with him.
What all ones did you like?
I liked all of them.
You liked all of them?
Yeah, I liked all of them, honestly.
Nice. Did you even watch Alien vs. Predator?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, we did.
There's a lot of aliens in that.
Yeah. I really like this series in general, but if it comes down to like the first one, I really like the first one. And the thing is, like, we noticed that it's a 2-hour long movie. Well, close to 2 hours.
It did not feel like 2 hours.
It doesn't feel like 2 hours. It feels like it goes by so quick.
Yeah, it's an hour 57 minutes. Or 56 even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's close to being 2 hours, but it doesn't feel like it's 2 hours, and I think it's because of the dead air, mostly, in this movie.
I described it as whenever you and I watch Sam and Colby on
Yeah,
YouTube.
because time always goes by so quick.
But that's for a different reason with them, because they're so chaotic and it's very fun.
Yeah.
This one is like... I don't know. I don't know how to describe it for this.
I don't know either. But you do get kind of the same feeling.
Yeah.
Just because...
The same vibe.
Yeah.
Because it's spooky stuff. Just like what they do.
Yeah. So for the record, there is a cat in this movie, and if any of you are worried about it, it does not die.
The cat is fine.
The cat lives.
His name is Jones, and I love him dearly.
He's a very sweet cat. I love him.
He's a scaredy cat.
Yes, he is.
Quite literally. He gets spooked. To be fair, he's got a xenomorph near him.
Yeah.
So is he really a scaredy cat, or is it justifiable? Justifiable.
It's justifiable.
Shall we get started?
Because I'm like, I'd be scared too.
I'd be scared too.
I'd be scared too, man.
We're spooking. It's fine.
Alright. What are your initial thoughts about this movie?
It's a... I liked it. Don't get me... I liked it a lot, actually. But, it was, like I said before, it's a lot slower than I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it was going to be... I thought we were going to see the xenomorph more. Honestly.
No, it's one of those where it's like you see them less.
Yeah.
So it's scarier.
That's fair. Like, the most of the xenomorph you see is when he's a chest burster. And he looks like a little penis.
This shit's always funny when you see it right across the table.
It just slides.
Yeah. That's always my favorite part because I think it's so funny.
Oh, there you go. Uh-oh. I even in between, I was like, I wonder if there's, like, dildos that look like that. And you would often look them up.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm pretty sure there were. There were.
Of course there were.
Yeah.
And we played Fuck, Marry, Kill. Of course we want to fuck the xenomorph. Why not?
I thought it was funny.
What that mouth do?
Also, if you're wondering about the Predator ones, yes, there are Predator ones. I also think it's funny.
Yeah. I feel like a Predator would be more... well, we're explicit. More fuckable.
It's more ribbed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, honestly...
Also has a freaky mouth.
It's not, like, unexpected.
No.
No, because, like, you would expect that from the Predator, so... Yeah. Like, you know what? It's realistic.
Am I still scared? Yes.
Yeah. It's realistic.
It's fine.
I think it's funny.
It's fine. Let's
but
go.
Alright.
And then we have a cat and a dog in here, too.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Both are... Well, one is... The dog is nibbling on his foot, and Soki is asleep in the chair. The rocking chair. Excuse me, I did not mean the burp. Space. The final frontier. No. No, but we do. We start off in space. And I honestly was really impressed with the set. I like the set design quite a bit.
Like, the set of the spaceship's really, really fucking good.
Yeah. I kind of wish, after watching this, that Mark had a reference to this movie at some point in Space with Markiplier.
A lot of this, I feel like, whenever anything takes place on a fucking spaceship, I still feel like it's an homage to this movie.
Yeah. It's also, despite how big the ship is, it feels very claustrophobic.
Mm-hmm.
Which is made even worse when the big old xenomorph is in the room with you.
Because it's tiny spaces.
Yeah.
So it feels claustrophobic.
Yeah. Although, not gonna lie though, the pods they sleep in, I would definitely vibe with that. Because I like sleeping in small spaces like that.
I don't.
I know you don't, but I do.
I don't. I need space.
I mean, I like to have space too, but like I don't mind curling up in a ball in a small space. It's cozy in a weird way. To me.
I can't.
I know you can't.
I sleep on the couch.
Wait, no. Here's the question, though. Could you with Jones with you?
Probably.
A snuggly cat.
Yeah, probably. I mean, both your cats have, like, fucking either slept on me or, like, near my head.
Yeah, Phantom has slept on your face before.
Yes, he has.
A sleepy boy. He said, I'm gonna snuggle right here.
Yeah, so is Suki.
She slept on your face?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. What a baby. A bunch of babies. So now we're in the ship. What the hell is this spaceship called? The Nostromo? Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure?
Yes.
Yes. It's carrying cargo of some kind. It was like ores, like 20 million units of it, I think is what I don't fucking remember what it said now.
But yeah, it's so quiet. We're just getting area shots of the ship.
Yeah. Oh, there's the coffee right there. I didn't even notice that the first time.
I do like it though. Also, this movie has a shit ton of fun facts that I had to pick and choose which ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So many fun facts, but I mean, it's worth it because it's pretty cool.
Hell yeah. I wonder how long it took for them to, because this set is really detailed. I wonder, do you have like a fact for how long it took for them to build it?
I think I'm not sure.
If not, that's okay. We can look it up later. I just think it looks neat. It's very detailed. They didn't have to go into this much detail, but they did. It makes it feel more authentic, though.
Well, I mean,
authentic.
They did it, but also they kind of had to because
yeah,
it's a movie.
It's true.
People take into consideration the details.
Yes. So now, stuff starts waking up. Like the electronics, the computers, even the people start waking up because there's 6-7 people sleeping in pods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Including the cat.
Yep, including the cat.
Who is, other than Ripley, the best character in this entire movie.
I thought it was so funny that they included a cat.
Yeah, I wonder why. Did you find a reason why?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
Huh. I guess they just wanted a comfort animal? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, there's 6 people. Of course, I think they don't have control over their sleep. So I think we'd probably be fine. In the pods. Excuse me.
That's true.
Is everyone waking up and stretching?
As they should. As you should when you wake up, man.
And making brekkie. Also, smoking on the spaceship, which I wouldn't recommend doing.
There's nowhere for it to go.
No, there is nowhere for it to go. And if it had too much oxygen, you would blow yourself up. Oh, even the cat's got a little spot at the table. I didn't even notice that. That's cute.
As he should.
As he should. Look at him. What a good boy.
He's like, hell yeah, we eating.
We feasted. I like that they include him. That's cute.
Space cat.
Space cat.
He looks so fucking cute.
He's just vibing, dude. He's eating his snackies. I'm sure he got tons of love on set. Look at that baby. He munching and crunching.
Yeah, I have some fun facts about the cat.
Oh, I'm glad you have fun facts about the cat. I'm so excited about that. Oh, look at just casually getting pets. I love it. We're gonna be fawning over the cat the entire time. I'm sorry, guys. This is now a cat podcast.
Any animals that come up in horror movies, that's it.
Yeah, as long Ugh,
Visit.
God. And especially with the ones that end up being safe in the end.
Yeah.
Shit.
Except Pet Cemetery.
That's gonna be rough to watch, dude.
Yeah.
So they're getting stuff set up. I think they're trying to set course for going home. I'm pretty sure. Am I wrong?
Yeah, they're trying to go home.
So I don't think we get a time frame for how long they've been asleep for. And this room that Dallas is going into reminds me of, like, the computer itself reminds me of, like, one of those old type of computer games where you have to type in your answers. Like old RPGs. That's kind of what it reminded me of.
I can see that. Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, it's like a video game. I haven't made note of it. I was like, this is like a video game in here. The control room, question mark? Because I think this is what this is, a control room. It's different from the cockpit, but it feels like a video game.
Kind of does, yeah.
Is this the year 2037? It looks like it. God, that's not that far.
No.
I want to throw up. That's 15 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. So now we're in the cockpit. We're getting ready to try to make our way home to Earth. I hate the way the women are treated in this fucking movie. There's two women on the crew, and they both are treated like shit because the men know everything.
It's supposed to be like that.
Can I kick them all in the teeth? Except Parker. Parker seems cool.
Yeah.
The design of the ship looks more like a city, honestly.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Like, I don't want to say comically, because it's not funny. I think it looks really badass. It's almost comically huge.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's only 6 people. And they're trying to get in contact with Antarctica Traffic Control, which is obviously Earth. Yeah, the 2 women are Lambert and Ripley. Yeah, so they're only halfway home because this ship interrupted their course. She's an AI, basically, because of certain conditions. Because they got a transmission,
Mm-hmm.
and they are supposed to legally check it out, which I wouldn't.
But it's their job, pretty much.
It is their job, and that sucks, because if you don't check it out, then you're not going to get paid.
Yep.
I hope they get paid a lot,
I don't know. We don't know.
because they're 10 months from home, which sucks. And also notice that Parker kind of gets treated like shit too. It's funny how also we're spoiling this entire movie, by the way. How spoilers, they end up being the last 3 towards the end. Well, until they're not. Space.
There's really pretty shots of it.
Space. Space is so cool. No. I mean, yes, but no. Oh yeah, they have to take part of the ship and leave with it. I wonder how they convinced the company to let them bring a cat with them.
I don't know.
Companionship. So they found, I guess, the planet where the transmission was coming from, and they are backing up a little bit. Oh man. Okay, hold on for a second, cause oh my god. Yeah, look, there's a picture of Jones as a kitten right there.
It's so cute.
I love it. But they're landing, and they have a rough landing.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the terrain, which is fun. So they roughly land on the surface of the planet, and the ship gets damaged. Whee! Hello?
It's great.
Hi, Red. You're so sleepy.
Hey, little dude.
Fan. He is licking his foot at the moment. Hey. Hello? What's up, dude? How you doing? Look at you. You have a good nap?
We have our own cat here.
We have our own orange kitty. He said, wah. Here, baby. Yeah, you are. You're a baby. Yeah. What a what a baby. So now they're gonna get off the ship. I don't think it's all of them, right? Not all of them get off the ship to investigate.
I don't think so.
I think they tell Ripley to stay put. Oh, he's yelling at Suki because she's in his chair.
Suki doesn't care.
She's like, it's mine. It's siblings for you. You don't care about it until your sibling has it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're babies. He's like, okay, I guess I'll loaf on the floor. So right now they're getting the atmospherics of the planet to see if it's safe or not to wear their astronaut outfits, I reckon. What fan? What a baby.
I think it's very funny.
He said ow. And Ash has been left in charge. Oh my goodness. Wow. Fan. Come here, dude. Yeah. He looked at Suki and went, ah. Let me see if you...
He wants the chair, and I think it's so funny.
Chair. You haven't slept in that chair in months. Oh yeah, 3 of the peeps. So Lambert, Kane, and Dallas are all down investigating the planet, and it's cold and snowy. Or it seems snowy. I think they said something about diamond dust or something earlier. So they're trying to translate the transmission that they got to see if it's an SOS or something. And we find out later that it is a warning.
Yep.
Which is no bueno. It is not good at all at all. Little kitty. Jones is vibing. He grooming himself. He peeking.
Yeah.
You go kitty.
Love the cat.
I love the cat too. They find a cave. We'll go back to the planet. They find a cave. It's also low-key, and this is probably because I was playing it recently. It reminds me of Subnautica a little bit.
Only in space.
It's in space. Here come that girl. Oh yeah, there's this shot of like, what is this, another ship?
Yeah.
I thought so. And like this particular image right here, I looked up at it because I was writing something down. I looked up at it. I was like, oh my god, it looks like SCP-3000. Which, if you guys don't know, is surely just, or blah, blah, blah. Firstly, go look up SCP-3000. Secondly, SCP Foundation is a really cool thing. You should totally look into it. But SCP-3000 is basically a gargantuan-sized eel. And, like, the looks of this made it look like a certain image that is associated with SCP-3000. And that's what that reminded me of. It's very spooky. So, of course, they're gonna go up to this ship.
Yeah, because they need to check it out.
I wouldn't.
It's their job.
I know it is, but I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. I'd stay on the ship we came in.
Fuck getting paid. Just fucking assume. Let's just say we went to go look, and everyone was dead. And just leave it at that.
I mean, if that was the report that you got when you landed, I would have been like, hey, let's leave now. Hey. Let's just say that we did explore.
Yeah.
But now let's leave.
Let's leave. We saw this ship, let's go back and leave.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get in contact with Dallas. The people on the ship are trying to get in contact with Dallas, but they're losing reception.
Yeah.
Because they're now, the 3 people exploring the planet are now inside the ship. Which, why?
They have to.
I still wouldn't. God, I still wouldn't. I do like the design of the alien ship, though. I also I love this, but when I say I hate it, I mean I love it. I hate that the xenomorphs are always so fucking wet. It's gross. I don't like it.
That's how they are.
It's disgusting. They need to take a shower. Just so they find a huge-ass skeleton, it seems. Or an exoskeleton of something. I don't recall which. It looks humanoid-ish. It looks like a human with a turtle shell on its back.
Yeah.
Is the only way I could describe it. It's gross. Also, all the effects in this movie, practical, and I love them all. They're so good. It's very spooky. I do think it was a very smart idea to have little to no music throughout, because it makes things a lot more eerie. Again, because they're in space, and just, like, tense.
Yeah. I remember during this part, we were like, please don't touch that.
Yeah, we were like, don't touch it. Don't touch it. We say that a couple of times in this. We're like, don't touch that. What are you doing?
But of course, as humans are, they fucking touch it.
Poke it. Take a stick, man.
Don't do that.
Poke it with a stick.
I'd rather poke it with something else than your fucking hands.
Yes. So now we find a hole in the ground.
Ooh.
And they go down. And there's a bunch of eggs. Which is gross. I don't want an eggy. What would happen if you try to make, I don't know, scrambled eggs out of xenomorph eggs?
I don't know.
I don't want to know. Except, kinda I do. I wouldn't eat them, but... So Mother has translated the transmission, and it is a warning, like I said earlier. And they want to tell the others, the people on the ship want to tell the others who are investigating the alien ship. They want to tell them that it's a warning transmission, but they can't because there's no reception.
Yeah, because one of them is like, well, by the time they get there, they'll know that if it's a warning or not.
Yeah. Which is true.
Sad but true.
Sad but true. Yeah, we're just gonna go fucking spelunking down to this fucking wet hole. Yep. I'm so sorry. I did not think about that sentence before saying it. I do like that you get a general scale of things. It's very... How do I describe it? It's very unnerving.
Yeah.
It's a blue smoke. It's like a mist, I think. I don't remember what the mist is for. I'm sure they'll say in a second. Because I think they...
I think those are lasers.
Oh. No, it's a mist. It's mist. It's covering the eggs. So Kane just fell in the... Oh yeah, Kane's the only one down in the egg hole. And he slipped and fell into the little trenches, I guess. The little divots of where all the eggs are.
So many eggs.
That's so many xenomorphs. It's fucking gross. Ew. Ew.
The babies, pretty much.
This is the second time where we're like, don't touch it.
Yeah.
Don't touch the egg.
Like, why would you touch it?
It's egg-shaped. Why would you touch it? Don't touch. Don't touch. It's gross, bro.
Look, my dude, it hissed at you. Why would you fucking touch it? Why would you still be there? I would leave.
Yeah, and you can see the...
Oh, yeah, it's like clear-ish.
Yeah, you can see him moving. Ew, it's pulsating on top. Ew!
Because it's getting ready to open.
That's gross, bro. Ew. Ugh, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, it's really gross.
Is it face hugging time?
Yes.
Yep. It's face hugging time. Poor Kane. And then he was never okay ever again.
Not after that.
Even emotionally, even if you were fine physically, emotionally I wouldn't be okay.
No.
Ew.
No one would be fine after this.
It's so gross. Ew. It's a good jump scare, though.
It's a very good jump scare.
I'm glad I'm not this white. I'm like, I would not be doing all this crazy shit. No, thank you.
You're like, I'm white, but not that white.
I'm spicy white. So now, she's holding the cat. Sorry. Dallas and Lambert are carrying, Kane back to the ship because he got face hugged. It's gross. And Ripley wants them to quarantine him for 24 hours because that's the procedure. But nobody, as per usual, is listening to Ripley.
Of course.
Even though
because she is a woman.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's, like, above them all in, like, who's supposed to be in charge. I'm pretty sure, isn't she? Or is that,
No, she's not.
No? That would be Ash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's, like, third in command.
But again, no one takes anything into consideration of what she says.
Of course not. And to be fair to them, they don't want to just leave him out there.
No.
Because it's a friend, basically.
And, like, I get that.
I get both sides, but, like...
But you have to think of the health of others.
Yeah. Especially since you basically know at this point he's basically going to be gone.
Yeah.
Even if the thing comes off of his face. It's gross. It's nasty.
But yeah, we get them trying to, like, open it, right?
Yeah, they're taking the helmet off of his face because it's stuck. Ew. Ew. It's so spider-like. I hate it.
It's moving.
It is moving. It's, like, pulsating.
I'm pretty sure you'd be unconscious for that, too.
Yeah. He probably is unconscious, but, like, still,
It's gross to look at, though.
And its tail is wrapped around his neck.
Oh, yeah. So they're just examining and trying to figure out how they can take it off of his face.
Yeah. Yeah. So Ash is going to try to take its finger off, quote unquote. Ew, it's so gross. But it holds on tighter through his, not through his neck, but around his neck.
Yeah, its tail.
And they're like, we can't get this off without possibly tearing his face off. And Parker's asking how come they just don't freeze him. Or they don't just freeze him. You know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, the thing could probably stiffen up if you froze it, and you could probably take it off easier that way. Ew.
It's so gross looking.
It is. It scaves me out.
Yeah.
In a way that I don't like. Just, it's just gross. The idea of it is, I don't know, there's just parasites. So gross. So now they're gonna try to, after like examining and seeing what it's doing to Kane, Ash and Dallas are gonna try to take the face hugger off of his face. They cut it open and it bleeds acid. Let's go.
Yep.
It like chews through the floor and like 3 more levels. 2 or 3 more levels through the floor.
And then we get them just going down each level.
Yeah. Trying to see if they can stop it. Gross. Wonder if they use gallium for that effect, because it looks like gallium. Like melted gallium. Some of it does.
Oh yeah, and they find it where it is.
Yeah.
I love how we were like, please don't get under it. And then right after they were like, yeah, don't get under it.
Parker's like, don't get under it. Like, I'm glad some people.
Smart.
Some people have common sense. It's good.
Yeah. But they use someone's pen?
Yeah. They use Brett's pen. Is this Dallas? Right?
I think so. Or is that Parker?
Parker's the black guy.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, they figure that they cannot cut it off.
Yeah. Without hurting Kane.
I mean, without hurting Kane, but also
without
hurting themselves.
Yeah, that too, or burning a hole through the hull of the ship.
Yeah.
Which would also not be good.
No.
And you really can't get home. Especially since it's burning through it and not just, like, falling off. So now, Brett and Parker are trying to repair some stuff into ship so they can go home and skedaddle on out of here. Which, can't blame them. I'd want to skedaddle as well. Honestly, poor Kane, I definitely would have done what Ripley said to do and just left him.
Yeah.
He dead anyway, dude.
It's sad, but, like...
It's what we gotta do. Possibly.
Like, if it was put in reverse, they would have fucking left her.
Yeah, of course.
They would have fucking left her.
They probably would have left her anyway, even if she didn't have a face hugger on her face. Even though she's the smartest and most competent out of all of them.
Exactly.
Well, debatably Ash, too, because he's really scientific and smart, but strategically, she's the smartest.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, at this point, Ash has been studying the face hugger, and basically says, because he's saying a bunch of scientific shit that I don't understand, basically saying, this dude is pretty tough to kill, if you were to want to do that.
Yeah.
Because his skin is, like, a certain way, and it's...
Well, the thing is, it's not unkillable.
It's just tough to kill.
Yeah. Like, it's not, indestructible.
Yeah.
You can kill it, but at what cost? Because if you do, then there's just gonna be acid everywhere. Yeah, they're bringing up the quarantine again, and I'm just like, fuck yeah, do it, because goddamn, you should have done it.
And yet, here we are, several decades later, and we still haven't learned.
No. Obviously not.
And Ash basically tells Ripley to just do her job and let him do his. Even though she's just trying to help.
Of course.
I hate it here.
Same.
You want to know what? I'd launch all you dumb motherfuckers, except for Parker, into space. Because Parker's still not great, but he's not as bad as the rest.
He's more decent, honestly.
Yeah. I'm just happy to be here, huh? So now we're checking on Kane again, and the facehugger's off his face.
It's the next day.
It's the next day, and now the facehugger is missing. Which is not good.
No.
So they start looking for it. And I think they find it, right? And it's just like the corpse.
Yeah.
And it's all curled in on itself like a spider. Until they poke it and it just twitches.
Oh, it's gross.
It's fucking nasty.
Oh, this is where they have it, right?
I think so, yeah. I think one of them just got a really big needle for a weapon, just in case. Oh, it's not a needle, it's a light. Ew, there's its tail. Ew.
Oh, yeah, it just falls on Ripley.
Yeah. Ew.
It's so gross.
Don't touch it. It's dead. But, oh.
It's dead, but it has responses.
Yeah, but just like, that's normal. Because it's got nerves like everything else. That's biologically... Ew. And they're prodding at it with a tool to learn more about it. It's so gross. It looks like fucked up, like... Not fucked up, but like rotten chicken.
Yeah, it kind of does.
So now they want to take it back to Earth to get it studied. And Ripley also tells Dallas that there's still some stuff that needs to be repaired. He's like, we can take off without all that being fixed. I'm like, bruh. Okay. So now they're leaving the planet. They casually have a face hugger still on board. Dead or not, it's still dangerous.
Very dangerous.
It bleeds acid. Why would you want it? I like that Brett wears a Hawaiian shirt the entire time. This is where we find out that they're 10 months away from Earth, which is not great. And Ash informs everybody that Kane is awake.
Yeah, they're asking if he remembers anything. Or what is, like, the last thing that he remembers.
Yeah. He remembers having a dream about being smothered. And that's it, really. And they're all eating before they have to go back into their cryopods, I assume, to sleep for the next 10 months once again. Poor Kane says the first thing he's going to do when they get back is get some decent food. And I'm like, you poor bastard.
Yeah. It sucks, but I mean...
And then Kane starts choking. And the infamous scene of him being laid out on the table and the chest burster coming out is shown. And then it scurries off across the table. It's gross, but I mean, it's funny.
I just think it's really funny when it goes across the table.
He said,
I think it's fucking funny.
He said, bye.
Yeah.
He said, I scurry.
He really did.
He said, bye-bye.
It's a little thing, man.
He's itty-bitty. There you go.
It's so funny.
He's so mad. Ash looks like shitting himself.
I feel like that's everyone.
Yeah.
Because they just saw that.
But yeah, and then the next scene they are acting like nothing just happened.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I'd be freaking out a little bit more right now.
Which I feel like they kind of have to do that because it's like they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, God, they accept it so quickly and it makes me sad for them.
So,
like, damn, you just accept your fate at that point. Although, to be fair, it's tiny. They don't know how fast it can grow.
Yeah. Yet.
God, it takes, like, what, a day for it to be fully grown? That's kind of scary, dude. They have a funeral for Kane. They fucking launch him into space, and I thought it was so funny because I didn't expect it to be so fucking fast.
They can't do anything about it?
I know, but it's still funny.
Honestly, it's kind of funny to think about. There's just body floating in space. Like, bodies.
What if someone in another, like, fucking company just... wait, it launches. Sees that floating around. They're like, huh? What is that? Is that a mummy? Like...
It's so sad, but so fucking funny.
Yeah, because if I wanted it... Well, if I were making this movie, I think if they wanted to be a little bit of an emotional moment, I would have fucking launched it the way they did. Because it looks so funny.
I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be an emotional scene.
Or at least, like, to feel bad for him. I would have done it a little slower. But, like, they fucking launch him like a catapult.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Oh, it's very funny.
So now they're gonna try to make a signal, see if they can... well, fuck, I've lost my train of thought. I don't remember what they're doing. Oh, yeah, they've got a device that will help them track the little itty-bitty baby xenomorph on the ship because it detects movement.
Yeah.
And they all split up because, of course, they do.
Which you should never do in a goddamn horror movie, but here we are.
Here we are.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's fine.
But they're on the move. They're on the search.
They're looking. They are looking. And, I believe it's Brett that finds Jones because the thing picks up on Jones's movement, the little kitty.
Yeah.
And then he gets got by the xenomorph.
Yeah. It's so fucking sad, dude.
The cat's just watching. He's like, oh, okay.
The cat's afraid.
The cat's like, oh, okay. He's fine. The cat's fine. I'm glad they had the cat survive. I'm so happy.
The cat is okay.
The cat's okay. He baby. Yeah, because Brett goes off on his own. Oh, he did find the skin of the xenomorph because it's shed. And now it's fully grown. And he gets got by it. Now they're trying to figure out if they can drive the thing away. Or corner it by having the incinerators up because they think it'll react with the changing of the temperature.
Yeah.
The xenomorph. So now, Dallas is trying to get permission to kill the alien from, I guess, the headquarters. And there's no, like, information on that.
Like, at all.
At all. Which leads me to believe that they've never had, this kind of encounter with this company before. Wasn't there supposed to be a scene, unless it's the next Alien movie, where Ripley is basically face to face with the alien, and her face is turned this way, and the alien's face is like right here next to hers? I think you'd know it if you saw the picture. And I know it has to be Alien because it's wet.
But it is Alien, but I'm just like...
You're just, which movie is it from? So luckily, Lambert's got Dallas's info, because he's going through the air vents now to see if he can find the xenomorph, and she can pick up his readings, like movement in the air vents. So we've got him, and she could also see the movements of the xenomorph.
It's the third movie.
It's the third movie?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I thought it was the first one for some reason.
No, it's the third movie.
Yeah, we're going through the vent and everything. I still think it's such a bad idea to have fire on a fucking spaceship.
Yeah?
Because you could blow up, dude. At least I think that's how that works. I don't fucking know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not smart enough for that shit.
So, I don't know, I don't trust it.
I don't trust it either. I just know that a shit ton of oxygen, because, like, you have a warning to not smoke around oxygen tanks because the spark from, like, a match or whatever can make the oxygen tank blow up because of all the O2. It's just not good.
But they pretty much have, like, a flamethrower. Right?
Yeah, it's basically a flamethrower. Yeah, Lambert's lost signal to the thing.
Ooh.
And Dallas sees the slimy stuff from the alien on the floor.
It's gross, man.
It's very gross, dude. He about to get got. And now the xenomorph is moving right towards Dallas because we got some signal back on the box.
Yeah, they're tracking that now.
Yeah.
Well, now they're able to.
Yeah. So now he's got a skedaddle, or he's gonna get got. Which he does get got, unfortunately, but it's fine. Oh, fuck. He got me. There goes Dallas, F. But yeah, the xenomorph leaves no blood or anything. And at this point, Lambert's just all to pieces.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
I don't blame her either. Like, this is not a situation anyone would want to be in.
No.
I do think Lambert's reaction is the most, like, realistic reaction for someone.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, she's frantic. She wants to get off the ship.
Yeah, she wants to use the shuttle to get out of there, but it won't take 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, though. We see it later on. I think it could probably take 4 people.
But how many pods are there to sleep in?
That's true. And also how much oxygen is provided.
Exactly. It could fit 4 people.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean it can take 4 people.
Yes. It can fit 1 person and a cat.
Yeah.
Because the cat can fit in the pod. So now they're planning on killing the xenomorph.
Well, hopefully.
So now, Ripley tries to do something with the control room? Where the computer is? Where the video game is?
Where the video game is?
Yeah. The game room, if you will. I don't quite know what she's doing there. Because I'm not sure. Also, I don't know why her nose is bleeding all of a sudden for no reason. Yeah, because her nose starts bleeding randomly, and I don't know why. Maybe stress? I don't know.
I feel like it's stress.
The computer is, like, saying stuff like science officer eyes only. And what is special order 937? Gather specimen, yeah. Priority 1, ensure insurance of organism. for analysis. All other considerations secondary. Crew expendable. Meaning, get an organism no matter what, and the crew is allowed to be killed for it.
Yep.
Ripley's mad.
As she fucking should be.
She's mad at Ash because he kept it from everybody. Because he's the scientist.
Mm-hmm. Because he shouldn't have kept it from everybody. But of course...
There's a reason why he does.
Yeah.
The company sent him to do that. I think, right?
I think so. Oh.
Because... And we'll get to it in a second. But, Ash, like... starts to try to kill Ripley with a rolled up magazine. Like, a really thick magazine. It looks really weird. Kind of sexual. Not in a good way, obviously.
It's supposed to be kind of sexual.
Yeah. And we're at this part, I was like, is he sweating milk? Like, because I didn't fucking know the twist. Even though I feel like I should have. It's fine. Also, there's a bunch of nudies on the wall over here that I thought was somewhat funny. I don't know why. Yeah, there's boobies hanging out on the wall over here. And this picture of egg. Fried egg. And luckily, Parker and Lambert come in and try to help Ripley. Of course, Parker's a big old fucking tree over here.
Yeah.
Fucking knocks him over the head with something. I didn't catch what it was. Oh, it was a bottle. And now Ash is like freaking the fuck out and spewing milk out of his mouth. So they knock his head off. Parker knocks his head off, and he's an android, apparently.
Like, it's gross.
It's very gross. Why did they make it that color? It's gross.
I don't know, man.
I mean, at least it just looks like milk.
That's true.
Mostly. Later on, it doesn't. This is gross. I wonder what that was made out of. It could have been blue. It could have been blue blood, like in Detroit Become Human. It's gross. So yeah, like, the headless body of Ash is still trying to attack people. It looks weird and gross at the same time. I also noticed that these little lights were in here. I was like, oh, I used to have those little things as toys when I was a kid. It's like the plasticky strings where you turn on the light and it, like, the light shines through to the end of the plastic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to describe it.
I don't know either, but I used to have those too as a kid.
Same. I mean, who didn't, honestly? Because it just looked cool. So now they're trying to bring Ash back to life briefly so they can get some answers out of him. He's still spewing milk. It looks like milk, dude.
It does look like milk. It's gross.
It's very gross. And Ripley asked what his special order was. And it was to bring back the life form, which is the xenomorph, because they want to study it on Earth. Ripley asks how you can kill it, and he says you cannot.
Technically
you can.
Yeah.
It's a big bug. Just use fire. Perfect organism. No. Also, like, spoilers, it ends up floating in space.
Yeah.
It's gotta die at some point. It's purity. It's pure ability to kill somebody, honestly. You have my sympathies.
Stupid.
He gonna be dead.
But yeah, now it's just 3 of them, isn't it? No, 4 of them?
3. It's just Parker, Lambert, and Ripley now. And the cat.
And the cat.
And the cat. The cat counts. That's 4, so yes.
Yeah. I was like, the 4 of them.
Technically 4.
Technically. I was counting the cat.
I didn't realize at first. That's my mistake.
Oh, but yeah, now, Parker
burns the shit out of Ash. It's gross.
It's fucking cool.
It is cool, but it's still gross. So now they're planning on leaving in the shuttle and blowing the ship up with the xenomorph inside.
Yep.
And they have 10 minutes to get out of there before they get blown up. Blown up. And Ripley gives them 7 minutes to gather all the coolant they can and get the shuttle ready.
Yep.
And I think she's gonna go off and do something. I don't remember what it was now.
I think it was getting the cat, wasn't it?
It's not just getting the cat. She was doing something else. I know she was getting the cat, but, like, she was getting something else. I don't remember. God, how did they not lose the cat on that big-ass ship, dude? Because that's the shuttle. It's so tiny.
I'm pretty fucking sure they have lost the cat at some point, you know, for a while, and the cat just appears because cats are like that.
He's like, hello. He has arrived.
But I'm pretty sure the cat is also trained for when they have to go to sleep, and they're like, okay.
Yeah. I like that they call him Jonesy sometimes. It's cute. Little kitty. Little baby. I have the sniffles a little bit right now. I'm sorry. The weather's just cold. I'm not sick. It's just cold.
Yeah, that's how I've been.
Yeah. Except you're doing a little worse than I am.
Yeah.
It's okay. We can get sick together if you want.
I don't like being sick.
I don't like being sick either, but at least we can suffer together.
It's true.
Also, I think it's just because I have a deviated septum. Probably.
Yeah.
Mom's got it. She probably gave it to me. Thanks, Mom.
Damn.
So now Ripley's off looking for Jones. She's getting the little
Cat carrier?
cat carrier for him.
Yeah. She's on cat duty.
Cat duty. The best duty to be on is cat duty. Less stressful than being on coolant duty over here, dude.
Yep. I wouldn't trust that shit.
Oh, hell no.
No.
So then she looked for the cat. She even the cat as well.
I thought that was so cute.
Yeah.
She finds the cat.
She finds the cat. The cat's the only one who was nice to her the entire fucking movie. Except for Lambert. Except they don't really interact a whole lot.
No.
Jones jump scares the fuck out of Ripley.
Which I think it's super funny.
That's just what cats do, broski. Grab the cat. Cat is a priority.
Cat is definitely a priority.
The cat's like, huh?
What's going on?
What? Where we going? Oh, that's the xenomorph right there, isn't it? That shadow. And Ripley overhears Lambert and Parker get attacked by the xenomorph, basically. Which is unfortunate. I love the xenomorph's design so much. It's also very gross.
Yeah.
And drooly. So there they go, and now Ripley and Jones are the only ones left. Ew. It's so gross. Why is he so wet? I hate it.
It's so... I think it's so sad that Ripley, like, hears both of them, like, screaming.
And she can't do anything about it.
Yeah. I always thought that was so fucking sad, man.
The xenomorph is fast as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I like that they don't call it a xenomorph yet, though. I like that it's just an alien.
Yeah.
Which I vibe with. At least we get to see Parker and Lambert's bodies here. And not the other ones. Which is unfortunate, but...
Yeah.
Damn, dude. That shit sucks, bro. It's a shitty way to go.
It's so sad. But I mean, I guess.
Also, everyone is so sweaty throughout this entire movie, and I
Yeah.
don't blame them. So now... Ripley's gonna get the fuck out of here.
As she fucking should. God damn it. I feel so bad.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know most of the crew treated her like shit, but it's just like, god damn.
Now you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Well, not completely by yourself. You have a cat.
That's true.
Having cat's better than being by yourself. Can't really talk back to you, but I mean, he can
Yeah.
wee. He can be.
That's
wee.
technically talking?
Phantom does that, except it's yelling.
Yeah.
He said, ah,
You really fucking did, man.
as he always does. So now, she's already got the shuttle off, and the ship has blown up, and she's put Jones safely in a pod, so we can get ready to go Mimi's, basically, for the next 6 weeks, I believe, because that's the closest frontier. And the xenomorph was in the shuttle with her.
Yeah,
With
because
Ripley.
it jump scares her.
Yeah, it blends in with all the cables and shit,
Yeah.
because of the design of it.
She tries to get on
She puts on
the
a
suit
spacesuit, yeah.
as well as she can.
Yeah. Because she's got a plan. She is going to open up the window of the hatch of the room. And the xenomorph gets sucked out of it, and that's why she has to wear her suit.
Because at least she has that plan where that
Yeah.
happens.
And then she goes to sleep in the pod with
The cat?
the cat with Jones on her chest, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
We sped through it so quickly. But it's fine.
So what are your afterthoughts after watching this movie?
I liked it. It was a little bit boring here and there, but I think that's because there's so much, like, dead space throughout. But overall, I did like it a lot.
I think that's just to show everything around.
Yeah. And overall, it's very, and I discussed this last week, it's very hard and difficult. It's difficult for me to get into that sweet spot for, like, sci-fi and alien stuff.
Yeah, same here.
This hits the sweet spot.
It's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah. It doesn't hit directly on the sweet spot, but a little close to the sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
Still favorable.
I liked it, though.
I liked it too. So what are your fun facts for us, Kimmy?
So my fun facts. So I got box office.
Box office?
And the box office is 184.7 million.
Uh-huh.
That it gained for box office. And the budget for the movie itself was 11 million.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it was going to be smaller, but this makes sense.
Yep.
Just the scale of everything is like, yeah, you can tell. And honestly, like, the graphics for, like, when they're doing shots of, like, the ship floating in space holds up really well, surprisingly. Especially since this came out in 1979, which is not a time you think of being, like, good at, like, green screen or CGI or anything like that.
Yeah.
It looks good. Solid still.
Alright, so you want to get into fun facts?
Yes. I like your fun facts a lot.
So I was right. It's a laser that's in the egg chamber. So the blue laser lights that were used in the alien ship egg chamber were borrowed from The Who. The band was testing out the lasers for their show in the soundstage next door.
Oh, cool. Oh, just next door, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool. Awesome. They described it as a mist. That's why I said it was a mist.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be a blue mist, but the lasers also make sense for that effect.
Yeah. So the facehugger was planned to be painted green, but Dan O'Bannon, seeing the unpainted facehugger on set and noting how intended its human flesh tone color was, argued that it should be remained as it is.
It was gross.
And I do think he made the right choice.
It's iconic. It's disgusting. Definitely. I'm sure it inspired stuff like, for Half-Life, what was it? The head crabs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where they got from.
Probably.
They got it from this, probably. Except it envelops your entire head and not just your face.
Yeah.
Which is gross.
Oh, it's very gross. I always, every time I play Resident Evil 3, when it has, like, those fucking, like, weird-ass heads, like, the alien egg-looking heads,
mm-hmm.
I always just think of this movie.
Brr.
I hate it.
It's gross.
I hate it so much. It's so gross.
It's gross, bro.
So moving on, so...
Okay.
So, shredded condoms were used to create the tendons of the beast's ferocious jaws. And I think that's so fucking funny.
Especially since we said that the xenomorph, when it's first a chest burster, looks like a dick. Like,
yeah.
It looks like a peen.
So according to Yafet Koto, Sir Ridley Scott told him to annoy Sigourney Weaver off camera so that there would be genuine tension between their characters. Koto regretted this because he really liked Weaver.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm sure they're fine now. Hopefully.
Hopefully. So the chest bursting scene was not filmed in one take, despite the myth that everyone says.
Oh.
The scene was filmed twice. On the set, on the first take, the chest burster did not make it through Kane's shirt, so the crew needed to reset and shoot it again. The failed attempt is visible in the finished film since Ridley thought it made it look like the creature was struggling to push his way out, and made the scene more violent.
Smart move.
Yes.
So it's like half of the first take, half of the second take. Makes a whole take.
Yes.
Perfect.
So the dead facehugger that Ash autopsies was made using fresh shellfish, 4 oysters, and a sheep kidney to recreate the internal organs. Filming had to be done quickly because the organic material would not
Last very long, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
would not go well with the studio lights.
No, that would stink.
Oh,
Especially the
hell.
oyster. Ew.
Yeah, that would.
The oyster makes sense because oyster looks very similar to chicken.
Yeah.
At least in the right lighting, because it's not the same color. Unless it's rotted chicken.
Yep.
Which, I mean, I did say it looks like rotted chicken. Like...
So, Sir Ridley Scott stated that in casting the role of Ripley, it ultimately came down to Sigourney Weaver or Meryl Streep. The two actresses had been college mates at Yale, and ultimately Weaver was offered the role because Streep was in mourning of the death of her partner at the time.
Aw, that's sad.
Yeah.
Also, I thought it was Sigourney. Am I wrong? Or is it Sigourney?
Sigourney.
I've heard it said both ways before.
Either
Either
way.
way. You know who we're talking about. She's
Yes.
iconic.
So the original cut of the movie ran for 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Shit. Ooh. I feel like it definitely would have been way too long.
That's a motherfucking Marvel movie. God damn.
It's a long movie.
Yeah. So copywriter Barbara Gibbs came up with the frame tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream."
Ah. It's funny how, when we were watching it the first time yesterday rather, and it opened up, that's what I thought of. I was like, in space, no one can hear you scream. I didn't realize it was also the tagline.
Yes. So Harrison Ford turned down the role of Captain Dallas.
Oh. What do you know?
Bad
for him, I don't know.
It was Sigourney Weaver's idea to sing "You Are My Lucky Star" while preparing to get rid of the xenomorph. Sir Ridley Scott mentions how much flack he got from the production studio because of how expensive the rights to the song were.
Whoops.
Yep.
It's fine.
So Sir Ridley Scott did all the handheld camera work himself.
Oh, like when you're seeing a POV of somebody and they're running down the hallway?
Yeah.
I like that.
Sir Ridley Scott's original cut was a lot bloodier, but because of the negative reactions to test audience and the possibility of an X rating, scenes with violence and gore were cut down, with some outtakes that can be seen in the making of the documentaries.
Aww.
To show longer and bloodier versions of the chestburster scene and Brett's death scene.
I want to see that. What the hell? I want to see bloody stuff. Because that's one thing I took note of, too. I was like, man, there's not as much blood in this as I thought there was.
Yep. So 20th Century Fox doubled the budget from $4.2 million to $8.4 million on the strength of seeing Sir Ridley Scott's storyboards.
And then it got up to $11 million?
Yep.
How the hell did that happen? Or did you find out?
No.
Damn, weird.
So inside of the alien eggs, as seen by Kane, was composed of real organic material.
Ew.
Sir Ridley Scott used fresh cattle hearts and stomachs that were obtained from the local butchery. The egg tube that was the facer was sheep intestines.
Ew.
And the design team tried several things, but found out that organic material simply proved the desired wet and gooey look that they were hoping for.
Ew, it's gross. Nasty, bro.
So in the chestburster scene, Veronica, who is Lambert, screams when blood splatters on her. Her screaming and horrified reaction are genuine, as just as the shocked responses by the other cast members. They purposely weren't told how much blood would come out and which way it would splatter on purpose, knowing that they would have the best reactions if they didn't know what to expect.
I'm sure they didn't tell, I'm sure they had an idea of when, but they didn't say exactly when either. Because that would probably be very effective as well.
Mm-hmm. So a sex scene between Dallas and Ripley was scripted to show how casually the crew would solve long periods of absence. Another reference to this was a deleted scene where Ripley inquires with Lambert whether she had ever had sex with Ash. Tom Skerritt later said that he discussed the necessity of the scene with director Scott Ridley, thinking that it added nothing to the narrative, only to interrupt the flow of the movie. Scott agreed, and the sex scene was ultimately not filmed, but he revived the idea of crew members having casual sex for Prometheus in 2012.
Gotcha. I'm glad that he didn't do that, though, because, who was it they said with? Brett? Or Dallas?
Dallas.
Yeah, because I don't like their chemistry. They don't have any kind of sexual tension.
I
Not
don't like it
even
either.
not even friends with bennies kind of thing. He just treats her like shit. Not the meanest guy we've seen in these movies,
No.
but he's not great.
So the front part of the alien's costume, its face,
Uh-huh.
is made from a cast of a real skull.
What skull, do you know?
Human.
Oh, okay. It was like, huh? The fuck's gonna look like that? I don't want to know that.
The screen test that bagged Sigourney Weaver the role of Ripley was her speech from the final scene.
Oh, go for her.
The chest-bursting scene was considered the second scariest movie moment of all time on Bravo's The 100 Scariest Movie Moments in 2004.
Nice.
So much of the dialogue was developed through improvisation.
That's not surprising, actually. Because a lot of the conversation, I thought to myself at one point, I was like, a lot of these conversations feel, especially when they're eating together, feel very natural.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably where a lot of the improvisation was
Probably.
placed.
So the horseshoe-shaped alien craft became known by the nickname the Big Croissant among the cast and crew.
I like that. Man, I want a croissant now. Fuck. Croissant, please.
So the xenomorph and the facehugger only appear on screen for around 4 minutes.
That's not surprising, actually.
Director Sir Ridley Scott purposely reduced the amount of screen time with the xenomorph to make its limited appearance all the more scary.
Yeah, you were telling me about that earlier because I was like, man, we didn't see the xenomorph nearly as much as I thought we were going to in this. Which I like that direction. I like it when directors leave it to the audience's imagination because what you can think up is a lot of the times much worse than what it actually is, even though the xenomorph is definitely really fucking scary no matter what situation you're in.
So according to Sir Ridley Scott, the mechanism that is used to make the alien egg open was so strong that it could tear off a hand.
Damn. Also, Sir Ridley is he knighted? That's usually
I don't know.
If they're calling him Sir
they call
Ridley
him Sir.
Scott.
Yeah.
He's probably knighted then, like Elton John.
Probably.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
I like that.
I like that too. Sir Ridley Scott. That's awesome. But yeah, that's also not surprising with what you said, the egg was enough to take somebody's hand off?
Yeah.
That's nutty. I hope somebody has that somewhere safe right now. I hope it's not just like lying in a dumpster somewhere, because that would fucking suck. Hope it's like, excuse me, in a museum.
Probably, maybe.
I want to see a film museum. I think there's all kinds of neat shit in those kinds of museums. Even the Twilight one, I want to see the Twilight museum with all the costumes and stuff.
Honestly, same.
Even though you and I both don't like Twilight, I really want to see that. Please do not ask us to watch Twilight. We will rip our hair out before we do that.
It's not a horror movie anyway.
It's romance. It's got elements of horror, but it's not
No, but
horror.
It's not horror, though.
We say as we watch Scooby-Doo. But that's...
No,
that
but
is more
Scooby-Doo is more horror
Yeah.
oriented than
Twilight.
Twilight is.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep stepping on your footy. I don't mean to.
You're fine. You're not really stepping on me anyway. So during the development, Dan O'Brien and Ronald Shusett ran into a writing impasse while trying to work out how the alien would get aboard the ship. They came up with the idea that the alien fucks one of them, which was eventually developed into the facehugger concept. This method of reproduction via implantation and deliberately intended to invoke images of male rape and impregnation, so both writers were adamant that the facehugger victim be a man. Firstly, because they wanted to avoid the horror cliche of a woman being depicted as easy and the first target, and secondly, because they felt that making a female the casualty of a symbolic rape felt inappropriate, and thirdly, to make the male viewers feel more uncomfortable with its reversal of gender conversion.
Yeah. That was a good move on their end.
Oh, it was so good, man.
Yeah. It's also just really iconic now, the chest bursting scene. It also hurts to look at. Not that it is gross. Not that it's bad looking, because I don't think it's bad looking. I think it looks really cool. It just hurts my sternum to think about.
Yeah,
I'm like,
much.
that's gotta be uncomfortable. But then they actually have a woman have a chest burster later, don't they?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen those, dude. Like the other movies?
Yeah.
It's been a good while since I've seen the other ones.
I think it might be Prometheus where they have a woman have a chest burster. I could be wrong, though.
Probably.
Even though Prometheus is not really an alien movie per se, it's in the same universe, I think, but it's just not.
No, it's an alien movie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's an alien movie. It's part of it.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Ignore me. I'm not brushed up on my alien lore.
Yeah, it's an alien movie because I asked my uncle that too when we were watching the whole entire series, and then he was like, "Yeah, it's an alien movie. They just don't call it alien, but it's part of the lore. It's part of the story."
Weird.
And I was like, "Oh, nice,
Cool.
I like it." So the slime used on the alien was KY jelly.
Of course it was. We got condoms and jelly. Let's go.
Yep, I think it's fucking funny.
It's gross, bro. Also, don't use K and Y. You can get a UTI.
Yep. The more you fucking know, guys.
Yeah, use a higher, like, it'll be a little bit more expensive, but it'll be worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth
Stay
it.
safe.
Stay safe. Also, pee after you have sex.
Yes.
Unless you want to get a UTI.
So I have 2 fun facts about the cat.
The cat!
These are my last ones, too.
Before we move on, do you ever notice how in sci-fi, when there's a cat, it's always an orange cat?
Yeah.
I love that.
I love it, too.
Because that's also in Stray. Stray is sci-fi, and that's an orange cat. Unless you're one of the modders, then you make it look like your own cat.
Yeah.
Which I think is really sweet. Anyway, move on.
Which, honestly, it already looks like your cat, so...
Yeah!
Like one of them.
it already looks like Phantom, yeah. The only real difference is that the cat in Stray has green eyes, and Phantom's got, like, squash kind of color. Although his eyes kind of change color sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, move on, sorry.
So these are my last 2 fun facts. Okay. To get Jones the cat to react fearfully to the descending alien, a German Shepherd was placed in front of him with a screen between the two, so the cat wouldn't see it at first. The screen was then suddenly removed to make Jones stop advancing and start hissing.
Aww. It's kind of... I get they have to get that reaction, but I feel kind of bad.
Yeah.
Poor baby. I'm sure the German Shepherd was a good boy/girl.
Yes. And this is my last one.
Sweet.
So the first day that she shot the scene involving Jones the cat, Sigourney Weaver's skin started to react badly.
No!
Horrified, the young actress immediately thought that she might be allergic to cats and that it would be easier for the production to recast her instead of trying to find 4 more identical cats.
Aww.
As it transpired, Weaver was then was actually reacting to the glycerin sprayed on her skin to make her look hot and sweaty.
Yeah. Okay. I know. That's really sweet of her, though. She's like, no, recast me. Don't recast the cat.
Yeah.
That's bless her, honestly. Aww.
And that's all I have. That's all.
That's how you know the cat was taken care of on set.
Oh, you know that
when the actor is like, no, don't recast the cat. Recast me. I'm the problem. Don't recast the cat.
Oh my god, you know that cat was treated like fucking royalty on the set.
As he should.
Also that dog too.
Also
the German
that dog.
Shepherd would have been too.
The good boy/girl.
Hell yeah.
Also /boy/girl for the cat too, because we don't know.
We don't know.
I say he because orange cats are predominantly just male. It's very rare to see a female orange cat. Like it's rare to see a male calico cat. Or a tortie.
Mm-hmm.
That's male. But anyway, I'm a cat mom. I know this shit. Leave me alone. But yeah, what'd you rate it?
I would rate this like a 4.5.
Oh, I give it a out of 5 face huckas, right?
Yeah.
I gave it a 3.75. I still liked it a lot.
I still like it.
It's just a little slow for me.
It is slow, but also fast for some reason.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah.
The only way I can describe it is
because like you're watching this, it feels slow, but then you look at the time and it's not.
Suddenly you're halfway through. You're like, huh?
Yeah.
It's like you lose time when you watch this movie. It's very strange.
But it's a good movie. I give it a 4.5. I think it's just because I still feel like that nostalgia feeling, for when I first watched it with my uncle.
Yeah.
And how he's so fucking passionate about this movie. But I do like it. I'm giving it a 4.5 just because I like it towards the end with all the action.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I give it a 3.75. Yeah. Just because it's slow. It's a little slow, especially for like a sci-fi movie. Because a lot of sci-fi that I've been exposed to is a lot more action heavy, but like that's probably It's probably a lot more action heavy throughout the rest of the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. But I did like it. I did like it a lot, especially the cat. But
clearly we love Jones.
We love Jones. We'd die for him. Was that his actual name, or do you know?
I think it was, actually.
Oh, the good boy. The good little kitty. I love him. I hope he was treated like absolute royalty on set.
Hell yeah.
Rest in peace, because I know there's no way in hell he's alive.
This was in 79. There's no way.
79. There's no way. That's the oldest cat ever.
Yeah.
Hugo boy. Yeah. Well, little spooks, that's going to be it for us today.
Yeah, so join us next week as we kick off the Christmas spirit on the podcast with 2018 British horror musical, Anna and the Apocalypse.
Woo! Another musical. Shit. We just did a musical last week.
Yes. I rearranged our schedule because I wanted to do this.
I hope I like this one more than Repo.
Because I wanted to do this one because I just wanted to see a zombie movie in the beginning of December.
You're a nerd.
So December's gonna be a lot of Christmas horror. The Christmas horror. We have a kids movie on there too.
Yeah.
But
The Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
Yeah, we have The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, my friend Michael's gonna be on that one.
So originally I was gonna have that one be the one that we do before Christmas because I thought it would be fitting, but then I was like, no, let's have Black Christmas before we do anything.
Wait, but what day does Christmas fall on this year? Saturday? Or no? I want to look. Oh, it's on a Sunday.
Yep.
But if it was The Nightmare Before Christmas, it would be put on Christmas Eve.
Yes, it would be very perfect, but I still wanted to do Black Christmas before.
Fine. Fine.
Would it be perfect? Yeah, you could just listen to the episode. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can listen to the episode and watch the movie yourself, which I'm probably going to do again.
I have it on DVD somewhere, but I don't remember where I put it. It's fine, though.
But yeah, you can watch Anna and the Apocalypse to prepare yourself for next week on Shudder.
Woo, Shudder. Please sponsor us.
Please.
Please. Oh, God. Don't forget to rate us and tap that bell icon on Spotify so you don't miss an episode. We are also on Google Podcasts and iTunes. If you leave us a 5-star review on iTunes, we will read it here on the podcast.
Yes.
We can... Wow. You can find us on Twitter at Guarded by Demons. We're also on Anchor, YouTube, and Instagram at Guarded by Demons. We also have an email, guardeddemonpod@gmail.com, if you want to write in and suggest some topics, movies, or games we could play on the podcast, or tell us how we did. I look over the email, so be nice, or I will cry.
Definitely. So we also have a Patreon.
We do!
We do have a Patreon.
There's not very much on there yet.
No, all you're getting right now is a lot of early access.
Yeah.
Depending on the tier that you get. So we have 3 tiers that you can get. It's 5, 10, and 15. So there is Ghost.
There's Spook, Ghost, and Demon. I think you get early access on all the tiers, right?
No.
No? Oh.
So on all tiers, you do get the Discord.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes, you do get Discord, and you do get a role in the Discord. And there are certain sections that are just for you guys, for the Patreons, in our Discord, which is including movie nights. There are that we will host, or that you guys can host on your own whenever you want. We also do shout-outs at the end of every episode. We're doing live Q&As every other month at the end of the month.
Yes.
So that can actually work out. And it's the $10 and $15 that will get you early access to each of these episodes. And we are also going to be doing exclusive episodes just for the Patreon.
Yeah, and don't forget, guys, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. It's not mandatory.
No, it's not.
You can. It's just another way to support us, because we are planning on getting a camera and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to save up for that.
We do need to save up for that. We do want to get a camera so we can interact with you guys a lot more.
Yes. And possibly have like videos of us actually reacting to these movies and stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, or reacting to like trailers, to new movies, or movies that you think that we should watch.
Fucking thumbnail so clickbait. Oh.
But yeah, yeah, you guys will get exclusive content too.
Yes. And we're hoping to have merch one day.
One day.
And I've discussed this before, I'll say it again, I'll say it every time. I really want to have a shirt
if you
that
keep
says,
putting it out there, someone will probably take it.
please. I want us to have a t-shirt that says, there's always some jackass named Billy, and to have a compilation of all the different Billies from all these horror media stuff.
Yeah. Honestly, if anyone makes it, we will pay you.
Oh my god, please. Please. Because that would be amazing. I would wear that so much.
But yeah, again, not mandatory. We just are appreciating you guys' support as much.
Absolutely. We love you guys. We appreciate your support.
Always.
Always.
Hell yeah. Always do. So once again, I am Kimberly, and if you want to follow me on my personal accounts, I am the Lesbian Spook on Twitter and Spooky Scare Lesbian on Twitch and Tumblr. I reblog a lot of stuff about being a lesbian on Twitter. I also retweet a lot of like memes from bands. I retweet a lot of memes from like horror movies. Any news coming up from horror movies and stuff like that, I will retweet all that.
Yeah.
And I'm really active on Twitter too. So if you guys ever want to like talk to me on there, go for it.
Be nice to her, or I'll take your knees.
On Twitch, I stream from time to time. I am not great at it.
We still have fun though. We played FNAF together.
Yeah, we did for a short while. It was fun.
That was a nightmare.
Okay, well, here's the thing. You
was
weren't
fun,
even
but it was
playing
a
it. I was.
But it's loud.
It is loud.
Cut me some slack, dude.
But
it's loud.
yeah, on Twitch I do play a lot of horror games. Mostly Resident Evil because that's like my comfort series. I try to branch out, but I cannot afford any other games right now. So I literally just play Resident Evil. And on Tumblr, I write a lot of dumb horror fanfiction that I need to get back into, but that's kind of hard to do. So you can follow me on there wherever you want. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, all the links will be in the description. Remember to like, share, and comment on the video. And don't forget to click the bell icon so you don't miss any of our videos, don't miss any notifications. And you don't like suggest us stuff in the comments.
Not Cannibal Holocaust.
No.
Sorry, dude. I don't mean to call you out, but not Cannibal Holocaust. Okay?
Again?
Again? I'm sorry. I'm calling you out again. No Cannibal Holocaust. I'm sorry. That's just something we won't do. And I'm Lexi. If you want to follow me on Twitch, it's at scifi-horror. I play a variety of games there. I was playing God of War Ragnarok, but Twitch broke on me like 5 separate times.
Yeah, that was so weird.
It kept stopping my broadcast and stuff, so I finished God of War in my free time. I highly recommend it. Please go play it. It's so good. Bring tissues. It'll make you cry. But I also have a Twitter and a TikTok, both under the handle... What was that? Are you good?
Yeah, why?
You just made a weird face. Both under the handle Semi-Pro Eagle. On TikTok, I post clips, wow, I forgot how to speak. Funny clips from my Twitch streams. And Twitter, I just retweet whatever the fuck I want. And yell at NFT accounts that try to hack into mine. And that's... Oh, I also draw from time to time on Twitch, but I still have art block, but it's fine. But yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. So I thought I could make this little announcement for everyone that the first actual like exclusive Patreon movie that we will watch for you guys is Smile, because since it's streaming on Paramount Plus, and I have Paramount Plus, we thought we could watch that movie and see what all this hype is about. I'm pretty sure we're just gonna laugh at it, honestly.
It looks really fucking stupid.
Because if I'm being honest, it reminds me of Truth or Dare, and that I could not take it seriously. I thought it was so funny and stupid. But who knows? I don't know. A lot of people say it's really scary, so I'm just like, yeah, well, you know what?
There's people on my For You page that, or months ago when it was in theaters, like coming out of the theater being like, don't go watch this movie. I'm like, is it really that fucking scary? I'll believe that with Hereditary, but I won't believe that with this fucking movie. It looks too dumb. Yeah. But whatever.
I don't know. But we will watch that for the Patreon.
Oh, God, I'm gonna suffer, but it's fine.
You and me both.
Well, if it's funny, then, I mean, we're not gonna suffer.
We're not really gonna suffer. We're gonna make fun of it anyway.
It'll be funny.
It will
Hopefully.
be. I think it will be, but okay. We'll see when we watch it. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll keep you guys in on that.
Keep you guys updated.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Stay spooky.